This is cs952, Introduction to Web Technologies and Design, and when we last left off, we had the satisfaction of seeing our link to the home page that we created. So we're going to continue building the links from our navigation. This is putting the parts in place, tying up our navigation so that it actually works. When we click on a link, it goes places. So when we left off, we had changed the link for the pencil. So I'm going to highlight that. Now the next thing that we want to do is we want to make the icon that looks like the home actually take you to the home page. So I'm going to switch to live view real quick just to refresh your memory. So we've got this little icon here that looks like a house, and definitely we want it so that when people click on that, they go to the home page. If I look down here in the status bar, I can see that when I clicked on the house, it says span.glyphicon.glyphicon.home. So that's the house part, and then it's contained inside of an anchor, and that's the anchor part, and it's the anchor that we actually change. We use anchors for link. It's the anchor that has the property that when we click on it, it can send us to a different page. Okay, so let's see if we switch to design view. We can see our anchor there. I've got my anchor selected, and I'm going to switch to code view now. So when we switch to code view, this is exactly what we should have highlighted. Okay, inside of this anchor is the code for our glyphicon, and this time we're going to actually type the text by hand. So where we see this hash mark, this pound sign, it says href equals pound sign. It looks like an ID, doesn't it? Right? It's just that classes always start with a period and IDs start with the pound sign. This is a classic placeholder when you're putting together a website, and say you use something like Bootstrap and you don't know what you're going to link to yet. We use this hashtag as kind of a placeholder so that we can find this spot in order to add in the actual link. So we're going to type in by hand. We're going to practice entering our new link by hand, and if we're not sure what it is, we can look and see what did we type. What's the link that we have in the line just up above it for pencil, right? It's period / index.html. That's exactly the same thing that we're going to put down here. Now if I wanted to, I could right click and just copy that. That would work, or we could type it by hand. So again, I clicked in the wrong spot. We want to find this piece of code that has our glyphicon, because that's our little house. Okay? And then we want to go to the anchor tag that's right outside of it. In this case, I'm looking at line 37, and we're going to click where we have that hashtag or pound sign, and I'm going to hit backspace to delete, and I'm going to type exactly what I had in the line above it, which is period / index.html. It's exactly what we want in this spot right there. And I'm going to hit refresh on my page. Now what else do we have here? We have another link that says link. Let's switch to design view real quick. Okay, I'm going to double click on that link. Again, we can see it says link, and down here we have our anchor. And we're going to change this link to gallery. Now if you want to, you can double click here on the word link and just very carefully type in the word gallery, Gallery. Let me clean that up a little bit. Or we could go to code view and we could type it in by hand. Okay, there we see gallery. So we can see the word gallery highlighted here in code view. So how do we actually make gallery link to the gallery page? Well, if we go down here to our properties inspector with the word, I'm going to double click on the word gallery so it's highlighted, and then I'm going to click on my browse for folder, and this is where we pick our destination, right? Just a moment ago we hand typed what we want our destination to be. This time we're going to use Dreamweaver to select file to help us find what we want our destination file to be, and we're going to say gallery and say OK, and there we have it. So it shows that the word gallery now links to gallery.html. Let's switch back to design view. Now it's a little bit hard to see in design view. If we go to live view, we have a button here that says drop down. I'm not real keen on the word drop down. I think we should change this word drop down, change that to the word more. Okay? So, where is the word drop down? It's right here. So we're just going to take the word drop down. I've double clicked to highlight it, and now I'm going to type more, M-O-R-E. Okay, then underneath drop down, we have another link. And this link is action. And we're going to change that to history, H-I-S-T-O-R-Y. I'm going to hit refresh to refresh my page. And I will again double click on the word history, and I want this to link to the history file. So how do I do that? Just click on my browser file and click on history. I'll say OK. Now underneath history we have another link, and this one's called another action. Okay, so we want to change another action. I'm going to highlight that text, and I'm going to change it to media, M-E-D-I-A. I'll hit refresh. And what are we going to get media to link to? Double clicked on the word media. Again, I'm going to go down to my property inspector for my link. Sure enough, I'm going to link that to my media page. We have another link. It's called something else here. Well, I'm not really sure what I want to do with this link. I'm going to leave this the way it is. In other words, it's just going to be a placeholder link. It's not going to really link to anything. But I'm going to change this to coming soon, because I think I will add another page to my website. I'm just not sure what I'm going to add yet. Okay, let's hit refresh. So now we have two more links left on our page in our navigation. And this first one says separated link. So we'll view this live, but as long as we're in code view and we're making progress, I'm going to stay right here. We have a divider. This is just a divider that divides up our links. And then we have a separated link. And then we have another divider. And then we have one more separated link. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually make these into links that link to other pages, but we'll do that in the next video. For the time being, let's hit Save All. And again, Dreamweaver asks, do we want to update all of these files? And we say yes, update. And it's done. Let's close. And let's preview again real quick in Chrome. But if we click on our home icon, now it takes us to our home page. If we click on Gallery, it takes us to our gallery page, which doesn't have much, but we know it's our gallery page because we can see gallery in the title and we can see gallery in gallery.html. If I click on More, you can now see how this menu drops down for us to select more items. And I can click on History, opens up our history, and then Media, goes to our media page. Coming soon doesn't do anything. You can see it just adds that hashtag onto the end of our media page. And then we haven't done anything yet with separated and one more separated link, and we'll do that next.